How? It's been, like we said before, it's been a good 5 to 7 years since we have been around each other, and we used to be around it. I mean, because we worked together, it was all day, like 5 days a week. And so how have you been like since then? Since the time we stopped working together, what has? Because according to you, you're a whole new woman.
No, listen. I think, like you said, as you get older, you start making better decisions. You become wiser.
Right.
And then as your children get older, you realize that they see everything that you do. So you become more cautious about what you do because you don't want them to do the same things you've done.
Right.
Not knowing that they probably have already seen everything that they needed to see, and now you're just trying to transition into a different person, a better person, or whatever. Because, you know, like you said, we've known each other and we hadn't seen each other in years, but, you know, I can be mean. I can be, you know, misunderstood. And I think it's just because I'm just an upfront person. Right. And if you don't know me, 9 out of 10, you'll probably stay away from me.
What?
Why am I getting on this? I'm sorry, I'm a bubble person. Is the enemy talking? No. The devil is not Keisha.
No.
Get out of here.
No, because it's not. Don't be. I like how you got afraid. You was like, wait
a minute.
I wasn't supposed to be getting honest. I was supposed to. And I didn't even do that.
Yeah. Okay.
No, because I was always. I loved you.
Okay.
I was like, oh man, she's so amazing, and you did have the air. People assumed that you were mean. Okay. You know. Now, first of all, the job that you did, you had to be. You were a campus monitor.
Yeah.
So it's like, hey, get to class. Like I can't be. I have to be this way.
But then I would take that same personality everywhere else.
Oh, okay.
So it was like I didn't know how to turn that off.
Okay.
So I would find myself being out, you know, with a group of people, and I would take on as if they were children. Oh. Okay. Like, no, sit down. You know, start giving directives.
Yeah.
Because I didn't know how to turn off the campus monitor, the security mode of what my job was, because that's what I do 5 days a week, 8 hours a day. Yeah. Is always making sure that the safety of the building is secure. Yeah. Like you said, you have to yell at kids. You have to put people in a place. And so that's what I think in some cases why some of my relationships and some of my friendships did not go further, because I did not know how to turn off that personality. And I didn't get that until recently. Yeah. So, you know, you imagine, you know, going through all these ups and downs, and, you know, and then you'll finally have somebody say, are you bipolar? No, not bipolar, you know? Right. But not knowing that the personality that I had, I didn't cut it off at 4:30. Yeah. I would take it wherever else, whether it was church, whether it was, you know, hanging out with my girls, or just being at home with my siblings. Yeah. You know, it just be like, oh, here she comes. Right. She wants order. And that's just, you know, and not tooting your horn, but when you hear it over and over, when a person is just a natural born leader and it hasn't been nurtured, you can be a little bit more aggressive than me. Right. And I just feel like that. I think the leadership that is in me, it hasn't been nurtured to really make me be a better person. Right. But that's where I am now, because I realize you can be a much better person without being that person. Yeah. You know? You kept a certain part of you away from people. Like you were, I'm only going to be like this much with you. Like you don't need to know a whole bunch, you know, about me. So earlier when you were talking, you know, as far as how you sort of used to be, what are some other things that, what didn't I know about, you know, back then? Well, it's not even that. I'm gonna just have to go with the thing that has basically impacted my life as far as my children's life. And I did not know that I had any of what I had, which was the loss of my key father. And what I'm thankful for is that I allowed my children to still have a relationship with their father. Had I been that woman that kept the children away, and then you have this, he just literally went into the hospital and never came out because he didn't mind. And I'm not speaking on him. I'm just saying he had a high blood pressure that he didn't
address. Yeah.
And that was what, he passed away from. So you have somebody that's perfectly, we think, is healthy, and then the second week of my daughter's freshman year, she doesn't have her daddy anymore. So all of that was in the past, I literally had to change and become superwoman. I had to become a counselor. Just so many things that I didn't think, and it's always still emotional because of the effect that it brought to my family. And you think about, you look at life differently when stuff happens.
You do.
And so when you say you don't let people in, is because I built up that wall to protect me. Because even though I'm as tough as people think I am, I'm just as sweet as I can be.
Yeah.
But because I've given people my sweetness and they mistreated it. Yeah. So I said I wasn't gonna let anybody do that anymore. Yeah. So that's when the wall that's when I built that wall around me. And if I sensed any disloyalty, if I sensed deceit, I moved back. Yeah. And people would be like, well, you don't call me no more, or we don't do this. I saw something.
Yeah.
And it could be vice versa. Somebody that may have been close to me now all of a sudden has been distant because they may have seen something in me. So I'm not going to say it's just always me seeing something in them. Somebody may have seen something in me, but the thing about me is I get that. I don't ever say that I've been so good. Why did you kick me to the curb? Right. I understand that you might have caught me on that day where I had a lot going on and I was in a totally different mood. Yeah. And I might have bit your head off, or I may have said something and you just said, you know what? I don't like that Peaches. Or I don't like that part of her and I'm going to pull back. The person that I am is I respect that. So when you distance yourself, I get that. I would rather that happen because that's just a mature nature instead of to stay around and just, facade it. And you have to understand some relationships are not meant to be long lasting. Yeah. Some relationships are like the season. Yeah. And if we keep the winter too long, what happens? So you can't do that. It's like they said, the illustration of a glass of milk. If you keep it out too long, it's expired. Yeah. Do you still drink it? No. But I feel like you kept it in the refrigerator just to watch it. And you don't keep people around for that. It's not fair. Yeah. It's okay to outgrow people. Yeah. And that's what I had to get to. But the thing about losing Eric, my whole life changed instantly. Because I have a daughter who was a daddy's girl. He was the nurturing parent for her. Yeah. And I was, I was just a parent where I'm the nurturing parent for my son. So the loss of their father affected them differently. Yeah. So it took me a minute to realize you cannot parent Aaron the same as you've been. You're gonna have to do something different. Yeah. And that just happened. Yeah. So we kind of, people always want perfection from others, but they don't ever look at themselves and say, you aren't perfect. Yeah. How long did it take you before you got it? And that's what I had to realize. Peaches, it took you this long. Your daughter is gonna make it. So now I have to love her where she is. And that's been a challenge. Because she's beautiful, she's smart, she's intelligent, but her world crumbled 2 years ago. Grieving and grief is serious. Some people get over it. But when you have somebody that you love and that's been there for you and they're gone, their grief process is longer and probably more difficult than the next person. So you're asking, or you're thinking, well, did you get a counselor? I sure did. I got her everything that I felt like that I was supposed to do as a parent. Because I didn't want her to feel like she couldn't live anymore.